Okay, so Chris, we have the 32 count of the Rastelli 2-ounce Black Angus Filet Medallions. This is item M86121. These are on 5 easy payments of $33. So this is the same piece of filet that you showed us earlier.
Yes,
hopefully you'll show us again.
I will.
Come on the side of you. A filet mignon, but this is the 2-ounce portion.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Brittany, I can't. I had to let you speak first because I was getting excited again. Because this is another one of these items that I absolutely love to have at home. Okay, I mean they're absolutely so simple, so easy, and again, it comes from the Black Angus cattle, right? It's coming from the same piece of meat that those beautiful 5-ounce fillets, if you were with us earlier, has come from, right? And if you look at these. This is a steak. I call it a petite steak because it's a petite filet mignon, and it really is. It's not a tip. It's not a scrap. It's not an end. It's an actual, we call it, I mean, it's a medallion. It's just so beautiful, and what's so nice about it, it's just so versatile. So if you're looking for something for a small bite, like in the for breakfast, if you want to throw one of these into the pan, right?
Sure.
To have with eggs. If you're having a lunch and you want to put something over a steak, or if you're having dinner, you just cook 2 or 3 of them, depending on your appetite. And you have everything covered, but it's eating filet mignon. So let's come over here just to show you one more time on how this is looking and why it's so, to us, it's just such a great, great item because this is your whole filet mignon. This is what we use for the roast. This is where you get those beautiful center cuts that mostly go to restaurants. We actually, if you were with us earlier, we had them on. This is our tail, which is the tips that we do with the tips, right? But these are your 2-ounce medallions right here. These 2-ounce medallions, we're only getting 2 of these, right? Let me just break these apart for a second. We're only getting 2 of these per fillet. We don't sell these at the butcher shop, right? Because we don't have enough. We only bring this to our QVC family,
right.
Brittany, right? Again, look at the marbling. Look how beautiful it is. Okay, so it's the same exact Black Angus 28-day aged that you have for the whole center cut piece, but it's just the smaller portions. It tastes the same. It's just as tender and beautiful that you get from the 5-ounce, Brittany.
Same piece of meat.
Same piece of meat, and that's what's really important to know. So
I'm gonna have.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna stand here so you can do your thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, so getting back to these. So these literally cook so fast too, Brittany. We have them on the griddle, right?
So a 2-ounce filet mignon, how long is that gonna take me to cook if I were to saute it like this?
I cook mine 2 to 2 minutes on each side.
That's it?
That's it.
So within a matter of minutes, we have Black Angus filet mignon. And I like the 2-ounce pieces because, again, if we're having dinner that night and I'm having something else, or I love having it on a crostini, or over a salad or something.
Yes.
I like having multiple of them.
Yep.
I mean, I'll have 2.
These are fork tender, Brittany. You don't need a knife. I mean, they are just so absolutely beautiful, and they're just so tender. You can just break it apart. And again, I have them on here cooking as well.
Chris, these are incredible.
They really are. And
I'm not just saying that. I like to point out that this is something I eat a lot, but the consistency.
Yes.
It always amazes me from how delicious they are.
Yeah, and again, look at these. These are little steaks. These are not tips, they're not ends, they're not trim. These are absolutely beautiful, beautiful 2-ounce steaks that are just so versatile that you can use with so many different things, Brittany. And that's what we love about them, you know? Just look at the juice on here. And that's what you're getting from that Black Angus. You're getting all that marbling and all that beautiful flavor as I press on this. They're just so, so fun. And again, let me just show you real quick, Brittany. So I'm a bigger eater, right? I'd like to have two's plenty for me, okay? So if you look at this.
4 ounces is enough.
It's enough. I mean, with your mashed potatoes and everything else, it is absolutely plenty, right? You don't need any more than that. I mean, you can. Listen, if you're a little bit hungry and you want to have a 6-ounce. So now, now you have 6 ounces, which is bigger than a center cut filet.
Right.
You're paying 10 times more for.
This is like what you get when you go to the steakhouse and they tell you that you're going to get the filet mignon trio with like the 3 different sauces.
Yes.
But really, you're just getting this. But here, it's on 5 easy payments of $33 for 32 of them. So people are picking up more than one of these today. They are 5 easy payments of $33 for the 32 count of the Black Angus Filet Medallions. And I think I want to point out to everyone that when we come on to QVC2, we have our shows, we really create what we want to show you by example of what we do at home. And these little sliders right here, I know exactly what they are. The Menser family has them at every single family party. We've been, you know, friendly with Chris for a very long time. Your daughter, Alyssa, this is her favorite. I know this because she used to help me with my own kids before she had a family of her own. And this is what she does. This is her filet sliders. Caramelized onion, blue cheese, and I do think you might be missing a little bit of the glaze that she likes on top of that.
And
there
she
you
does
go.
do it just like this. And I'm telling you, Brittany, this is a
And this
favorite.
is something I think for TV, I mean, you did it quickly, but normally you would cut that even in half.
Yeah, and I was just
Go
gonna,
even
I was
further.
just gonna say that, because you can actually take the filet before you actually cook it, right? And you can just take it and cut it in half, because sometimes you don't want it as big. You can, so now you're getting 1 ounce per each one. So you're getting two fillets. So if you look at that, it actually just fits a little bit better. Like we talked about the meatballs earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I do for the crostini. This is the other thing that we do. You just slice it. You just put one on each crostini, Brittany. I mean, and this is absolutely top notch, you know, as far as, you know, having a nice appetizer when you're having company over.
Is this our horseradish
that's
cream?
our horseradish cream. You put that right on there. You could even put, if you want to get fancy, you could put some like little greens on the bottom.
Just
like
a little bag of that
microgreens.
microgreens.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, there's just, it's about having fun in the kitchen.
Exactly.
You know? And again, which my wife loves is obviously the salad, because she is a salad girl and she does like to have the protein. And this is something that she can just take 2 ounces, you know, of the actual filet. It's very tender, so there's no knife needed when she's having her salad. And she just puts this, we just put this right on the salad.
So Chris, these are individually packaged for everyone?
They are.
So these are 2 ounce filet medallions that are individually packaged. So again, if you are a small eater and you just want to take out one, you are not in a situation where if you were at a butcher shop and let's say they had something like this, which normally they wouldn't, but if they did, you had something like this, you'd take it home, it would be in butcher paper, it would go into your freezer, it would become mystery meat when you took out whatever it was that you needed. It has the opportunity to get freezer burnt in there. These will last up to 1 year for you.
Yes.
And you can literally just take out one at a time. And I love that about this.
Yeah, and again, this salad right here, again, it's something so simple, Brittany. I put the glaze on it, I put the horseradish cream on it, you know, and it just makes an absolute, this is like dinner and or lunch, something simple, and you're impressing your guests at home. I mean, because it's literally gonna take you, and it's also nice, I don't know, at home, I mean, I love having warm steak on a salad.
Me too.
It wilts the lettuce, it just, the flavor is just incredible, especially with the Black Angus, with all that marbling and all that flavor. They 28 days aged too, Brittany, which is really important. At a supermarket, you're not gonna get aged. You're not gonna see an aged steak. They get the steak, they put it right out. We take the steak, we trim it, right? But it's aged 28 days before we do that.
Right.
What that does, it breaks down the enzymes in the meat and it makes it even more tender. So you're taking a tender piece of meat that's Black Angus and you're putting love and time into it to make it absolutely even better. And it just elevates the absolute experience of eating this filet.
It does. And 32 is, I mean, a lot of them. This is a lot of meals that are ahead of you in your freezer. You have the 5 easy payments of $33 for 32 2-ounce Black Angus filet medallions. So like Chris said earlier, if you're the big eater, eat 3 of them. If you are a small eater, have 1 of them. They're individually packaged. They are blast frozen for you. You really only need to put them in a bowl of cold water for about, I mean, it's less than 20 minutes, I would say, for something that's 2 ounces.
But look,
So,
just look how beautiful this is. From top to bottom, it's
end to end,
juicy.
you can eat them.
Yep, absolutely.
They're-
And you know what else we do, Brittany? Just so, I mean, listen, grilling season to me is not over yet. I make these, I cut these into chunks and put them on kebabs because we love filet mignon kebabs.
Yeah.
So we do kebabs with these. We do them on the grill as steaks. We use them for steak and eggs in the morning. We use them for the salads like we showed. It's great for entertaining, for sliders. There's just so many different things that you can use for this. It's just incredible.
I was just
There's
gonna
so much
say, I don't
fun.
think grilling season needs to be over. I've seen my husband outside, you know, in his little winter coat. you know, with our son who is never cold, no
Well, I
matter
was
the
going to say,
temperature.
I think your son is driving that one, isn't it? I think Ray Ray's actually driving that. But
they'll
again,
go out there and they'll grill, especially something like this that isn't going to take long.
No.
You know, you just fire up the grill, go out, and it just really, it depends on where you live, of course, but,
Yep.
you know, in New Jersey, we really only have a few days where it's not, you know, an easy day outside when it comes to the winter time. But I make these inside. A lot of times I'll just sear them, just like you did here, on either side. And it does take me a few minutes to do so, and then we have dinner ready.
The steak seasoning, oh, they're just so tender, so delicious.
So if you're just tuning in, item M86121, this is 32 2-ounce Black Angus filet medallions. This is the same filet mignon that you saw earlier in the show. That was 5 ounces, but this is the 2-ounce portion at 5 easy payments of $33. They are on free standard shipping and handling. And again, this is a great option to have in your freezer for your family.
Absolutely, they're one of my favorites again.
One of my favorites. Chris, everything's your favorite today. I've been talking about it all day.
Everything tonight is something that I have every one of these in my freezer.